Why does your cat choose to sleep with you, and what does it really mean? Is it warmth, comfort, affection? Not exactly. The real reason goes deeper, and most people never figure it out because your bed isn't just a place to rest. To your cat, it's a stage for safety, for trust, for silent communication. And what happens there can shape your entire relationship. 1. Why does your cat always pick the exact same spot every night? Have you noticed how your cat returns to that one corner or curls against your hip like it's their personal ritual? It looks random, but there's a reason. Cats don't sleep where they feel comfortable. They sleep where they feel safe. Every night, your cat's brain runs a silent checklist before closing its eyes. Temperature, scent, escape route, proximity to you. When those boxes are ticked, their nervous system releases oxytocin and serotonin, the same hormones that tell them you're safe now. That's why they keep coming back to that spot. It's not a preference. It's a neurological routine built around trust. Scientists at Harvard found that animals who rest in consistent, predictable environments show up to 35% lower stress hormones. Your cat is no different. By repeating the same sleeping spot, they create what researchers call a map of safety. It's how their body keeps the night predictable in a world that often isn't. But here's what most owners miss. When that favorite spot suddenly changes, it's not random mood or curiosity. It's a signal. Sometimes it means temperature, sometimes it means a shift in scent, but sometimes it's something deeper, emotional or physical, that you'll want to notice before it becomes a bigger issue. We'll talk about what that change might really mean at the end of the video, because when you see it happen, it could tell you more about your cat's mental state than any meow ever could. 2. Why does your cat sleep right next to your head? Why is it that no matter how big the bed is, your cat always ends up right beside your head? Not by your feet, not on your chest, always up close to your face. Your head is the one part of your body that moves the least at night. To your cat, that stillness means safety. Sleeping near your head keeps them close to your scent and your breathing rhythm, both of which signal security and warmth. There's also a powerful sensory reason behind it. The human scalp releases subtle heat and pheromones through the hair and skin, and cats use those cues to synchronize their own sleep patterns. Your breathing and heartbeat become their lullaby. It's a quiet bonding ritual that strengthens trust over time. But there's another layer most owners miss. When your cat chooses your head instead of any other spot, it's often because they associate that area with leadership. In feline hierarchy, closeness to the leader's scent equals status and belonging. It's their way of saying, I'm part of your inner circle. It's one of the strongest signs that your cat sees you not just as a provider, but as family. And hey, before we move to the next one, make sure to hit like and subscribe so we can get this video to more people who love their cats as much as you do. 3. Why does your cat turn its back on you while sleeping? Have you ever noticed how your cat curls up beside you, gets comfortable, and then slowly turns their back? To us, it can feel distant, almost like rejection. But for a cat, that moment carries a very different message. When your cat turns away from you in bed, it's not avoidance, it's surrender. In the animal world, no creature exposes its blind side unless it feels completely secure. Sleeping with their back to you means they've handed you the role of protector. They're saying, you watch my world while I rest. This position is one of the deepest nonverbal bonds a cat can show. It's quiet trust, layered with respect. You've earned a place in their inner circle, not just as their owner, but as their safety net. And there's a softer layer too. Cats that sleep back to back or in opposite directions are mirroring a behavior seen in close bonded pairs in nature. It's a partnership stance. One guards while the other rests, alternating roles through the night. When your cat does this with you, they're syncing with your presence in a primal, wordless rhythm of protection and peace. 4. Why do cats go wild at 3 a.m.? The world is silent and suddenly your cat explodes into life, sprinting through the hallway, climbing furniture, knocking things over like they're in a midnight competition. It feels chaotic, but it's not random at all. Cats are what biologists call crepuscular creatures. That means their natural rhythm peaks at dawn and dusk, the same hours when their ancestors hunted. Those sudden bursts of energy in the middle of the night aren't misbehavior. They're echoes of survival. In nature, a cat's body releases short waves of adrenaline during low light hours to stay alert for prey and predators. Even though your cat is safe indoors, their instincts haven't gone anywhere. The quiet of the night, the distant hum of the house, even the moonlight across the floor, all of it triggers ancient programming. And here's the part that surprises most owners. If your cat has zoomies around 3 or 4 in the morning, it can also mean their emotional energy isn't being released during the day. Cats need stimulation, movement, and a sense of purpose. When they don't get it while you're awake, it builds up and spills over at night. The fix isn't punishment, it's rhythm. Play with them before bed, let them hunt a toy, and feed them right after. That combination resets their body clock and tells their instincts it's safe to rest. Within a few nights, you'll notice the difference. 5. Why does your cat love sleeping between your legs? It's one of the most common and endearing habits. You lie down, stretch out, and your cat immediately crawls into the space between your legs, settling like it's the only safe place in the world. But have you ever wondered why they choose that spot every night? It all comes down to comfort and security. Between your legs is one of the warmest, most stable areas in the bed. It doesn't shift much when you move, and to your cat, that stillness feels like protection. It's their version of sleeping in a nest. There's also something deeper happening. The position mimics what scientists call compression comfort. Kittens feel this when pressed against their mother and siblings in the den. The soft pressure around their body triggers a calming response in the brain, lowering heart rate and releasing oxytocin, the same hormone tied to love and bonding. When your cat wedges themselves between your legs, they're recreating that exact feeling of closeness and safety. To them, your body has become their den, your warmth their heartbeat. It's not dependency, it's connection. 6. Why does your cat stare at you while you sleep? You open your eyes in the middle of the night and there they are, sitting perfectly still, eyes wide, watching you. It feels mysterious, maybe even unsettling, but that midnight stare has a powerful reason behind it. Cats are both hunters and protectors. When your cat watches you sleep, they're not trying to be strange. They're monitoring your environment. In nature, cats take turns keeping watch to protect their group while others rest. By staring at you, they're making sure you're safe. It's their quiet version of standing guard. There's also a biological side to it. Studies show that cats often synchronize their breathing and body movements with the humans they bond with. By watching you, your cat learns your patterns when you're calm, when you stir, when you're truly asleep. They match their rhythm to yours, creating what scientists call sleep synchronization. 7. Could your sleep habits actually change your cat's personality? Have you ever noticed how your cat starts adjusting their bedtime to match yours? Maybe they nap when you do or wander off when you stay up late. It's not coincidence. Your sleeping rhythm is shaping theirs, and over time, it can even change who they become. Cats are masters of adaptation. When they live closely with humans, their internal clock, called the circadian rhythm, begins to sync with yours. Studies show that cats who share sleep cycles with their owners become more social, more affectionate, and even more vocal. Your routine becomes their emotional blueprint. But there's another layer to this that most people overlook. When your sleep is restless, inconsistent, or cut short, your cat senses it. They don't just mirror your behavior, they absorb your energy. A constantly disrupted sleep cycle can make a cat more anxious, more alert, or even more dependent on you. That's why consistency matters more than perfection. When you create a calm sleep environment and follow a steady routine, you're doing more than helping yourself rest. You're teaching your cat emotional stability through rhythm and predictability. 8. Are you overlooking hidden risks in the bed? Sleeping with your cat feels peaceful, almost healing. But while the bond is beautiful, science shows that sharing your bed every night has a few hidden effects that most owners never think about. Studies have found that people who sleep with their pets often experience lighter, more fragmented rest. Cats tend to be less disruptive than dogs, but their movements, grooming, and shifting during the night can subtly pull you out of deeper sleep stages without you realizing it. There's also the hygiene side. Cat allergens, especially the protein Fel D1, are incredibly fine. They cling to fabrics, linger in the air, and settle into your bedding long after your cat leaves the room. Research published in Frontiers in Allergy and Indoor Air Journal shows that these particles can lower air quality and may contribute to mild respiratory irritation over time, especially if sheets aren't cleaned often. Even healthy indoor cats bring traces of litter dust, oils, and skin cells into the bed. It's harmless for most people, but if you have allergies or sensitive skin, it can build up quietly and start affecting your sleep or breathing. The solution isn't to stop co-sleeping, it's just to stay mindful. Wash your bedding weekly, brush your cat often, and keep the litter box far from where you sleep. Those simple habits protect both of you and make your shared space feel fresh and calm.